exciting edition of the program Weekend Review on Television Nigerian. My name is Anthony Momodu. This week's episode promises to be very, very interesting. We're looking at issues that have occurred right here in Nigeria from the 23rd day of April to the 27th day of April 2018. Looking at the big stories and events that occurred on the local scene. We'll be looking at the strike action in the health sector, and also be looking at the arrest and escape and re-arrest of Senator Dino Melai, and also we'll be looking at Buhari's summon by the National Assembly and the threat of impeachment that holds sway. On the foreign scene, we'll be looking at the North Korea and the South Korean summit that is to hold this week, and also we'll be looking at the Iran deal. Donald Trump speaking with lots of venom, and also the Iranian counterpart saying they're ready to, fight it out with the US. Those are the issues we'll be looking at on today's edition of the program Weekend Review. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, I'll introduce my guest and we go straight into action.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today, or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Alright, welcome back from that break. It's still Weekend Review on Television Nigerian. My guest on today's edition is the CEO of Epic Africa, and also recently one of those selected as the Aspen Institute of New Voices Fellow for 2018. He's not a person but Dr. Ifeanyi Musafa. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Tony. Always a pleasure.
Alright, let's begin looking at the issues on the home front, starting from your forte, the medical sector. Looking at Jehusu's strike action, it seems it's Jehusu versus NMA and not the federal government. What's the true picture?
Okay, I think what we should do here is, so for me the true picture really is that Jehusu, NMA, no matter what the disagreement is, to focus on the patient.
Okay.
Because anytime health workers go on strike, patients die. This is something that we don't talk about all the time. And the patient can be anybody. It can be a Jehusu member, it can be a doctor. A surgeon that I know shared his experience on Facebook a couple of days back. Jehusu locked up the theater and left. And one of the relations of a Jehusu member in Umuahia, Federal Medical Center, Umuahia, was rushed in. He climbed a tree, he fell down, had a ruptured spleen, and the doctors had to now get a key, open the theater, and operated on this patient to save the patient's life. And I know that we've always had interprofessional rivalry in Nigeria, but every health worker, no matter your own professional name, is important in the health sector. So whatever the issue is, raging between Jehusu and NMA, let's focus on the patient. Let's ensure that ultimately people do not die because of whatever they are doing in disagreements.
Would you say the federal government has been true to her agreement signed with Jehusu in 2013? Because right now they are pulling all stop, saying, okay, we're going to focus on the Trade Dispute Act, Section 43, Cap 18, to force people to get the job done. Say no work, no pay. Is the federal government being real?
So again, I'm sure if we go into the history of how this agreement came about, the federal government will have a point to make, Jehusu will have a point to make. But to me, all those things are really not relevant.
Right.
Because ultimately, what is it that is in the best interest of the patient? Without the patient, Jehusu has no job. Without the patient, the federal government has no budget for healthcare. So let's put the patient at the center of all this discussion to say, okay, what is it we've agreed on? What we agreed on previously, and how can we ensure that whatever disagreements we have now, we resolve it quickly so that patients do not suffer as a result. It could be anybody here. It could be you, it could be me, who has an emergency and is rushed to the hospital because of the strike. No health worker is there to attend to you.
All right, let's go to the next big story of the week, looking at from the 23rd day of April to the 27th day of April. We've got Dino Melai being arrested, and he escapes from the Nigerian police and got rearrested while in the hospital, in one of the hospitals right here in Abuja. For you, looking at the scenario, does it paint a good picture of who our leaders are?
Okay, I think first of all, for the police to have decided to have gone to arrest him means that they had a warrant from the judge to exhibit the arrest.
Okay.
Yeah, and having said that, nobody's above the law, to be arrested or to be prosecuted. But even in doing that, it should be done, with a lot of fairness. Even Dino Melai himself, as it is now, is an accused. He's not been found guilty. So as much as possible, it should be done humanely and respecting the rights of the person who is accused.
But for him trying to evade justice, doesn't that give us an inkling to say probably he feels as guilty as charged?
Okay, I mean, we can't say that because ultimately, when they get before a judge and all the facts are presented to the judge will make a decision as to who is guilty or not. But I think two things are very clear. Nobody is above the law. It doesn't matter whether you're the president or you're a senator.
Right.
But whoever you are, if an arrest is being made, it should be done humanely. Your rights have to be respected. So that we have to live in a society where there is fairness, there is justice, there is the rule of law. And I think all these things, if you take them into consideration, those are the things that can give us that kind of society we're looking for.
All right, the last story on the home front, Buhari, talking about the president of Nigeria being summoned by the National Assembly and likely to face impeachment if everything goes the way they plan. For you, do you think this is just political, or it's the fact that the president has broken some laws of the land and they're trying to follow suit?
Okay, it could be. I think for me the focus here should be on the devolution of powers, the three arms of government. So the executive has its part plan to play, the legislator and the judiciary. So if the legislator feels that the president has done something that goes against, the laws, they are at liberty to investigate that and, do whatever procedure that they think is necessary. But also remember that for you to impeach the president is also not a piece of cake. You have to go through the House of Reps as well as the Senate. But let's allow the laws to work, and ensure that the three arms of government are seen to be independent and, hold each other accountable for the rule of law.
All right, I'll go for a quick break. When we come back from this break, we'll be focusing on the foreign scene, the big stories there from Iran and also the United States of America.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
Alright, welcome back. You're still watching Weekend Review on television in Nigerian. My name is Anthony Momodu and I'm still here with the CEO of Epic Afrique and the president of Dr. Ifeanyi Usofo, who was selected as the Aspen Institute's New Voices for 2018. He's my guest on today's edition. Alright, let's focus on the foreign scene now. Let's begin with the issues playing out as regards the North Korean leader and the South going to meet in a meeting as regards trying to resolve issues. For you, are you impressed with the speed at which the North and South Korean government are beginning to align?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good development, okay, because ultimately everybody is trying to prevent a nuclear Korea, North Korea that has nuclear arsenals, and the closest to them, obviously, South Korea. And what I find interesting is that the South Korean president is actually from North Korea. His parents, emigrated from North Korea, to South Korea. So it's a good thing. I think it's always better to talk, to create a platform, for diplomacy, to explore different options instead of always looking at taking other actions that may cause tempers within the region to fail.
Can we give Trump some kudos for being the one that has been as a sort of catalyst for this reaching this milestone?
Yeah, also absolutely. But we need to cut him some slack because different presidents come, with different ways of doing things. Trump has his own way of doing things, and we have to give him credit that it is in his own presidency that such an unprecedented action is about to take place. And beyond even the Korea summit, the President Trump and also the North Korean president are also planning their own summit sometime in June. So I think it's a good thing.
All right, let's focus on the nuclear deal issue playing out. We've got Iran's nuclear deal suffering some hitches as Trump is threatening to pull out of it. Looking at Trump's threat and the Iranians also coming out with their own threat, saying they are willing to go the whole hog and saying to the US, you're going to face a very dire consequence if you pull out from the deal. Are we likely to see it at the end of the day, even with the French President Emmanuel Macron also being in the picture?
President Trump has his own peculiar way of doing things, but I think ultimately common sense will prevail. Because again, the deal, the Iranian deal was something that the international community was involved with for during the term of President Obama. So we shouldn't take that for granted. I'm sure that a lot of willing and dealing will be taking place behind the scene. It's good for the different countries are making their own position heard, but ultimately common sense and safety of the world. That's what we're talking about here, because again, it's also about nuclear weapons and all. So I think ultimately common sense will prevail.
All right, I will go for another quick break. When we come back, we'll be looking at our comments of the week. Then we'll wrap up weekend review. Alright, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you missed a lot. This is Weekend Review on television, Nigeria. My name is Anthony Momodu, and I have here Dr. Ifeanyi Sofo as my guest on today's edition. Let's look at, as we wrap up the program, what would be your comment of the week?
Okay, to me, my comment of the week will be, around the Johesu strike.
Okay.
Because for us at MP Africa, one thing that we believe is that without health in Nigeria or anywhere for that matter, we have nothing. You have to be healthy for you to even to chase money, to talk about all the nuclear deals and all. So ultimately, I think Johesu, NMA, the Federal Ministry of Health have to come together and realize that the most important person in all this discussion is the patient.
All right, well said. That's how we call it. I want to say big thank you to Dr. Ifeanyi Sofo, who is the CEO of Epic Africa and also the 2018 selected Aspen Institute New Voices, and he's doing Nigeria proud wherever he's going. And I want to say thank you very much for joining us on Weekend Review.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's how I call it a wrap. My name remains Anthony Momodu, saying thank you very much for joining me for on another exciting edition. See you next week.